Martin, your 4th Scottish Cup as a Celtic manager. We've won the double. How do you feel?
Ecstatic, absolutely ecstatic, I must admit. I'd never thought that I'd ever not manage Celtic again. It's gone a long, long time ago. But to end up winning, it's just the best feeling in the world.
Is it a feeling that, you've been in management for so long, but is it a feeling that even after all these years, it just never gets old?
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. And it is nice to. It was lovely to get on the field there to see the Celtic fans. Us winning the game. Culmination of the second part of the season, which is terrific. We end up winning the league a week ago. You couldn't make it up.
No, it's just the smiles on the Celtic faces. Yeah. They'll be there for a long time to come. Talk to me about the match, Martin. What was your assessment of it?
Assessment of the game really was, I thought we had a lot of possession in the first half. Dyson scores again. How many is that he's got? Yeah. And I felt that I thought we should have really pushed on a wee bit more strongly when we got the first goal, and we didn't. We took the sting out of the game, and that's absolutely fine. Then we get the second goal, and you feel as if you got a little bit of a cushion. So we take it into the second half, but I knew Neil Lennon would not lie down with that there. He come roaring back. In the second half, the first 10-15 minutes belonged to Dunfermline completely, and I thought that I was concerned at that stage because they get a goal. Kind of reminded me really of the semi-final against St Mirren. Really, we Tony had just scored to make it just 2-0 at half time. You think, okay, we're in a good position. Then Dunfermline come roaring back and get the goals. Yeah. And had Dunfermline got it to 2-1, that might have been a difficulty for us at the time. But we saw it through. I felt in the second half a wee bit surprising. We just seemed to lack that energy. But it shouldn't be surprised for the week that we've had, the sort of euphoric week. The boys taking it. Listen, we won. Yeah. And Any actually scores the third goal. Terrific. He's become a cult hero, really, And so we were able to withstand the goal that Dunfermline scored.
You're right to mention the fact that the boys have put so much in these last few weeks, and the last week in particular as well. How impressed are you, Martin, with their determination and that never say die attitude that they're showing?
It is fantastic, and one would say, you should say to me that if they'd done that at the start of the season, well, they shouldn't bother turning up. But really, it was great. And in fairness to the players, they've had these changes, the number of managerial changes during the course of the year. And sometimes it is to pick. Now, I'm the very first one to blame players, and I think that players in general are it's almost like spoiled, and they don't never blame themselves. This team's different, really different, and whatever we lack in certain things, honestly, heart and desire and the will to go, which is epitomised by the captain of the side, is just, it's so strong. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, I won't keep you too much longer, Martin, but final question, I know you're trying to avoid chat about any legacy or anything like that, but your legacy at Celtic was already enshrined forever. But these last few months has only secured it even further. You can see that and hear it with the supporters singing your name. How does that feel?
It does actually feel great, I must admit. It genuinely does. You are too young to remember me way back all those years ago. That. Right, okay, for a start. Secondly, to come back to manage Celtic, it's like something I could never ever have dreamed of. Never, not in a month of Sundays could I have thought that there was the case, to come back at my age, but to come back and be part of a winning team, I think it's just brilliant.